stay on this ruling. This is the big ruling on the Supreme Court. It's gigantic. Not the Trump immunity fucking dog and pony show. That's such a fucking joke. So, no. The First Amendment cases. Now, remember, there's two of them. There's the Texas one. There's a Florida one. Now, there's two conflicting under the appellate court. The appellate court under the Texas case says the case stands. The new law, the law passed by Texas, stands. Now, what does the law say in Texas? It says that social media platforms cannot just hodgepodge, modge podge, take people's whole library sites down via opinion, via anything. Now, people are saying hate speech, what a fuck. Who are they to determine what is hate speech? Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction? That's fucking hate speech. I'm here to tell you. No need to go outside. I mean, the plume is coming over us right now from Fukushima. No need to take precautions. When Cheryl Mills' emails were going out at the exact same moment, it's radioactive. That's hate speech. So who's promoting hate speech? Well, the major networks, social media platforms. So who are they to say what is hate speech and what is not? I mean, that's what the Texas law says. The Texas law says they cannot determine that. You have to let us stand up and say. Then they turn around and say, "Well, no, we're private companies, and the First Amendment applies to us, but not our users." Well, I got news for you, Google, YouTube. We have a contract. You let stuff stand for years and years. There's a statute of limitations. They go after videos that are 15 years old. So the other net neutrality, it's so obscene what they've done to the First Amendment, killing net neutrality. I heard an argument. I've listened to all this. Oh, the First Amendment only applies to the government. Okay, well, I got news. Every U.S. citizen is the fucking government. Hello. The second you get a Social Security number, which you get them at birth now, the second you sign, you become part of this corporation. That's an unarguable. That's been well defined and well versed by Supreme Courts. So the government, we the people, we are the fucking government. So when they say that, no, we're the government. And where the fuck does social media get off fucking squashing? Well, we know who's running social media, don't we? What's the three branches of government in this country? CIA, NSA, CFR. So, stay with me. I read the whole thing. I read every bit of it. So, people are taking victory laps on one side, victory laps on the other side. But remember this. The Florida law, the appellate court said no. We're going to overturn it. These are two separate cases. The Texas law, the appellate court said no, this law stays. The Supreme Court, very easy. Cody just said to the Texas law, to the appellate court in Texas says, no, you got it wrong, and overrode them. That's what they do. But they didn't. They didn't. So that law has been passed. That law, legislated, had been signed into law. This is important. They did not overturn it. They did not overturn it. They sent it back, says you need to tweak some stuff to the appellate court and fix it. Okay, that's called jawboning. I'm here to tell you, it's a major, major fucking win for private people, individual, United States American citizens, we the people. For the cover-up of Fukushima, is the greatest violation to the First Amendment in U.S. history. What they did. Social media made the decision, whether it be the CIA, classified, whatever, somebody somewhere somehow made decisions to cover it up and or slander anybody who was talking about it, to go after them, to internet kettle them, to shadow ban them. Well, they physically attacked them. Kevin Blanch is the only one that was doing that from day one, calling Fukushima nuclear energy meltdowns, Fukushima nuclear energy melt. This is important. It's a historic day because she says, in the majority opinion, says the First Amendment doesn't go on leave when it comes to social media. What they did, and we got hummingbirds all over the place here. What they did is criminal. What they did to people, people were not able to take precautions. People were not to protect themselves. People were not able, because all we have is social media. All we had was social media. This is important. YouTube used to advertise and call themselves the Great Equalizer. YouTube moved the goalpost in the third quarter. That's a violation of the First Amendment. Private company? You don't think the First Amendment applies to private companies? Oh, I'm here to tell you it does, and always has. That has been ruled over and over and over and over. So the fact that they did not overturn it, the fact they waited so long on it, but the fact that they did not overturn the Texas law. Now, the Florida law, the appellate court sent it back, both of them, to tweak it. But if the Texas law stands, which I'm pretty sure it's going to, that's going to change the game big time. Because what it says, the Texas law says that these social media sites took down. Now, it's under the mantra of conservative versus liberal. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So these decisions will go both ways. It's like writing and protesting are two different things. Oh, Kevin Blanch would know, right? I don't believe in violence. They do. I invented the Million Mass March. Well, let me tell you, for these protest laws, they don't work just for the right. They work for the left also. So I think it's historic and important what the majority, she wrote. Sotomayor wrote this, and there was liberals and conservatives in the majority opinion. The First Amendment does not go on leave when it comes to social media. The fact that you can argue and say that the First Amendment only applies to the government, okay? We are the government. Remember Mitt Romney's famous line? Corporations are people. That's been ruled. These businesses, these corporations, they are we the people. We, as a person who's posting, a scientist who's using a social media platform to get the information out, to document the greatest PhD in human history, the Fukushima disaster. First you hypothesize the knowledge, then you do the field work. I am we the people. I am part of the government. I have a social security number. YouTube, Google are part of this we the people. I'm telling you. The cover-up of Fukushima is the greatest violation to the First Amendment in U.S. history. You know how people have died because of it? You're telling me 3 full gesturing moves left to right, hammers, and Barack Obama lied. Talk about a First Amendment violation. The President of the United States stood on the White House lawn and said, the plume is coming over us right now. Scientists tell it is safe. No need to take precautions. That's what he said. I will keep you in the know what I know. The exact same moment, we, representative of government, they work for us. Cheryl Mills works for us. Cheryl Mills getting a paycheck from the United States, we the people. These people make a living off other people's taxes. Says, don't go outside. The plume is coming over us now. It is radioactive. Take some iodine. If you have been outside, wash your clothes. Say the exact moment that Obama told that lie. Then Google plays along with the fucking lie. You know how many videos they took down of mine? You know how many fucking comments? I mean, the Miles O'Brien when he lost his arm after going to Fukushima. That fucking, just my comment alone had several thousand comments on the comment. Years after the fact, they erase it and take it down. That's a violation of my First Amendment rights. That's a violation of your First. That's a violation of every single man, woman, and child in this United States of we, the people. We are the fucking government. Don't you get that? The Supreme Court's ruled it. This is a mega giant. The Trump fucking, the election will fucking shake that out. Trump wins, he'll just pardon himself. Fucking, if he don't, fucking, I mean, fuck. He's a criminal. Well, fuck yeah, he's a criminal. So is Biden. So is fucking Obama. So was fucking Bush and Cheney. They're the cover-up of Fukushima. You don't think those are criminal acts? Oh, classified by who? And if it was classified, why aren't you transparent about it? You know, the Army Corps Engineer has to send me emails. They are the Department of Economy saying I'm classified. What the fuck are you? And then they hire teams of trolls to slander me and attack me when I'm in critical condition fighting leukemia. I mean, the Semmelweis of our time, Kevin Blanch. It's fucking unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And I got no attorney. I get slandered. I get fucking shadow banned. You name it. They did. Fuck, look. When Fukushima happened for 6 years, I was so good at what I did. I knew what the fuck I was doing. I knew it was retention. I knew how to fucking do what I do because I was telling the truth. Doing the greatest fucking PhD fieldwork. Fucking did titles at your feet. You should Google Fukushima meltdowns, Fukushima nuclear energy, fucking salmon collapse, well collapse, every single one of these said subject matters. On the sidebar, 19 of the 20 fucking videos would be Kevin Blanch. I'm competing with CNN, BBC, fucking, well, the whole fucking criminal enterprise who's violating my First Amendment fucking rights daily. I'm kicking their ass. Now, what fuck, show me an artist, an activist, a fucking scientist who can do that. Michelangelo. Art is nothing more than a mode of communications. I knew that. I knew the vision. I was kicking their fucking ass, killing them. Fucking 19 of 20 on the sidebar would be Kevin Blanch. Yet then they internet kettle me out of nowhere, 2018, boom, boom, boom. I just appear. They fucking, no more there. Ha. Talk about a violation to every single... The sequestering of Kevin Blanch's work is a violation to every man, woman, and child's First Amendment right in this country. It's a violation to your civil rights. Because I was telling the fucking truth. Who knew the fucking telling the truth would be a revolutionary act on Balco on chemo? This is historic, what she said. They could have shot down the Texas law. They could have shot down the Texas appellate court. They didn't. They didn't. So when you go over there and say, oh, yeah, big win for... No, it's not a big win for social media. Social media is in violation. Well, whoever runs social media. CIA. The greatest violation to the First Amendment in United States history is the cover-up of Fukushima. Is the tax, digitally, physically, literally, figuratively, of Kevin Blanch. What the fuck? This should be the #1 case in front of the United States Supreme Court. Kevin Blanch versus social media platforms versus the United States government versus the powers there be, the CIA, for violating every single one of your First Amendment's rights. I fucking tried to save you. Trying to save you from you is a real motherfucker. The greatest truth in human history, Kevin Blanch. The greatest PhD in history, Kevin. These are full blown out fucking nuclear meltdowns. They're proving. You're telling me that fucking nuclear fallout, radiation doesn't kill people? You're fucking insane, which we absolutely know that it does. The cover-up of Fukushima is the greatest violation to the First Amendment in human history. The attacks on Kevin... The NEI hires teams of trolls by the dozens and dozens, 100% committed all over to fucking attack a guy in critical condition who's doing the greatest PhD in human history. Fukushima denial is the greatest mental illness in history. I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a cake? I'm a fisherman, what's a boat? I'm a marine biologist at Weber State University, at fucking Cal Berkeley, at Harvard, at Stanford. I copy paste. What's Fukushima? 3 full core meltdowns, 8 spent fuel pools blown to fucking hell, into the jet stream, moves left to right, over we the people. We were not told. I was working right up there. I got AML leukemia, given a death sentence. I've had my chest split open fucking twice. My heart ripped completely out of my chest. I have a pacemaker. Fucking in critical condition for well over 4,000 fucking days. Go talk to my doctors. I lived in the bone marrow transplant center at LDSE State. Lived there. I don't do opinion. The one line says it all. The majority opinion. Social media, the First Amendment does not go on leave when it comes to social media. The hodgepodging, mommy told I was smart. Huh, you're wrong, I'm right. Total bullshit. How can you be a scientist when you can't even hypothesize? You can't even post your fieldwork. I can't even talk where the demi come from. Fucking, if you deny my work, you denied Albert Einstein's fucking work. The greatest PhD in human history. And they sequestered me. They fucking, by sequestering Kevin Blanch's work, what they did, whoever gave the orders to social media platforms, and this didn't really happen until 2018, and then they did it. I could spit on the ground and get fucking 5,000 or 6,000 views. You can't find. I was right there all the time, everywhere. You cannot tell me every marine biologist in the world doesn't know who Kevin Blanch is. You cannot tell me anybody who has any connection. You cannot fucking go into that fucking lie. Oh, they know. All of a sudden, bloop, I disappear. You can't find me. They hide me. They shout about it. Talk about a violation to every single man, woman, and child in this country, the United States, we the people. They violated by sequestering Kevin Blanch, by going after me, doing what they did, and telling the fucking great lies of Fukushima. One is more than 3 meltdowns. Chernobyl, fucking Winston. The greatest violation to the First Amendment in human history. Well, in this United States of America, what are we, 247-something-year-olds? For whom the bell tolls. They let the Texas law stand. They set it back to tweak it a little bit. It's going to stand. And what that law says, social media platforms absolutely do not have the right to just hodgepodge and mock under any circumstance or anything. The First Amendment's what sets us apart in this country. You don't have to agree with what somebody says. And if people are so fucking socially engineered and so weak-minded and say, that's what guides it, that's bullshit. If it's all out there, no matter how fucking crazy it is, if it's all there, we can filter through under time. But to fucking control the narrative, control the thing, that's what the First Amendment was put there, so you can't do that. Everything needs to go out into the First Amendment. I mean, that's what the First Amendment says. You think about what the First Amendment was even, Frank Zappa on Balco. My God. It's a monumental fucking case. The statement she said. They did not shoot down the Texas law. Who's ever controlling these social media platforms, the cover-up of Fukushima, I cannot overstate this, is the greatest violation to every man, woman, and child in the United States' First Amendment right. We have the right to live. We have the right to have the greatest scientist in the world's foremost expert on the Fukushima disaster, Kevin Blanch. We have the right to have accessibility to his work. Everyone has the right to my work. The Free Library, Kevin Blanch. And I give, and I give, and I give myself away, with or without you. Stay in tuning. Fukushima is the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. The greatest PhD in human history is Kevin Blanch. The greatest crime in human history was committed by Obama, Trump, and Biden. They should be freaking tried for it. The cover-up of Fukushima. The buck stops where? Stay in tune.